Brilliant. So yeah, thank you very much. Moving on now to the hot seats or the hot seat. David, are you ready for a
Yes, can you hear me?
to get started? Yep, we can hear you fine. So
Right.
I guess we'll start with the first question, which is the 10-word one. So in 10 words or less, how would you describe what you do and how customers benefit?
I've been working on this. I make companies more efficient, profitable, and easier to manage.
Brilliant, thank you. I was thinking of incurring a penalty for people who do above 10 words, that they should buy everyone a drink the first time we ever get to meet up or something, but I think that's a bit too cruel. And in terms of your target audience, give us an example of a potential ideal customer, kind of an avatar of what the ideal customer would be.
Okay. Well, I've got really a low-cost means of getting the right work to the right person at the right time. And what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to take enterprise grade workflow technology into companies with under 300 people. And there are 5.2 million of them. And hardly any of them know that I can help them make more money and make management easier. These companies don't know what business transformation technology is. And in my case, it's actually technically process digitalization, because they're unaware of it. They think transformation technology is too expensive, or they lack the skills to implement it.
Okay, all right, thank you. Just putting that to one side for a minute, David, what got you into what you do? What made you start the business and decide to get into this area?
I had a colleague, I worked with a colleague who was the genesis of the idea. And we just felt that big companies, and we were in a big companies, take advantage of this sort of technology, but it's passing by little companies completely. And so we're on a little bit of a mission. We don't know whether it's going to be successful or not, but that's how I feel about it.
Okay. If I remember rightly, I think you've set up the business. Is it this year or last year? It's fairly recent.
Well, it took a couple of years for us to start out. We've actually launched effectively this year. We've been active since March, but
Okay.
we've been quietly working away for a couple of years. We developed the technology within a subsidiary of IBM, and we had to re-engineer it to make it our own, using the same principles. But that's where we are.
Okay. And I guess as a startup, it's always challenging. I remember my early days. I'm sure many people here do as well. What would you say is your number one, your biggest challenge that you're facing in the business?
Well, the biggest challenge basically is I got my questions out of sequence, because the biggest challenge I had was it's the fact that companies just don't know what they don't know, and they don't know that this technology can be useful to them. Okay. And getting known is my big problem. Okay,
so it's actually getting out and getting people to know about your brand and to know that you've actually got a solution and trying to get across. Because I presume in your line of work, there's many pain points, such as people are taking too long to get things done, it's too costly, and what you offer can speed up those processes.
Yes, I think that there are a sort of any small business manager that I've ever come across is usually stressed. Maybe it's meeting me, maybe it isn't, but that's the issue. And if you can offer them a solution, and it's a matter of, at the moment, it's the bandwidth, it's getting out there and telling people what we can do.
Okay, all right. And by the way, David, there's no set flow to the questions here. They're just kind of off the top of my head, so I'm not sure if you're. I know
should I tell you the questions and then give you the answers?
Okay, no, that's absolutely fine. So in terms of how the others could help you today, what would that, if they could go away and spend 20 minutes?
Can I take over the interview?
Yep, feel free.
Share an interesting fun fact about yourself or your business.
Yes, go on then.
Does anyone remember the ZX80? Hands up if you remember the ZX80. That's good.
Yeah.
Well, I ran the first ZX80 users club in the UK. I had 1,100 subscribers, and I had one of the first prototype ZX81s. So that's my background in tech and business. And next fun fact is I turned David Cameron down for a job. He was.
I like you already.
David Cameron.
Yeah, so I like you already.
Yeah. I was working for a company that was my company. We hid numbers in music in such a way that you could record the music but a computer could detect the numbers, but you couldn't hear it. And I was looking for a PR company, and I had a couple of companies. I went to this one company in Victoria, and very big offices. I met this very impressive manager who introduced me to my prospective client manager, a certain David Cameron, who'd just come down from university. I found I didn't go with them because I found him underwhelming, but that's probably me, because you know, perhaps if I'd hired him, I'd be selling PPE now, but you never know.
Well,
Okay.
And there was me going to send this video to David Cameron. I can't.
There we go. Well, he'll probably
remember.
So who's my, describe your perfect customer? Well, if it's done once, it's a project. If it's repeated, it's a process. And if it's a process, it should be automated. So any business with more than a few people benefits by having a workflow. And that is a sequence of any industrial, administrative, or any other process which starts from one piece of work passed between individuals from completion to the end, and the real-time reporting of where the jobs are. That's basically a workflow, and it can be business workflows, can be purchasing, shipment, job tasking, expense reporting, HR onboarding. It can be information flow like KPI monitoring, site reporting. It can be compliance, health and safety, legal and technical. So it's, you know, literally any business. That's a challenge.
Okay.
Now, what's the one thing members can here today do to help me? Right, help me get the word out. Basically, I'm looking for something I call a change agent, somebody who can mentor small businesses and help them organize, and I will support them in creating a new business where not only can they help capture the business process, but they can deliver a solution. I'm looking for business owners who have organizational and management overload. And I'm looking for specialist consultants who have a particular skill, who can use my technology to capture their methodology and provide an own brand solution, software solution to their customers. So instead of going in and giving them a one-off consultancy, they can meet them with a tool.
Okay. Thank you, David. We're running short on time.
I ran out of questions now.
Yeah, that's good. That's. I think we've covered everything in quite a bit of detail. I'm going to turn over to the others for some quick questions. I just want to give my bit of feedback and thoughts. I think when you say it can do, I can't remember your exact wording, but what you offer covers a lot of solutions. My top tip is to try and be more segmented and specific, because I've been burnt badly here as a product manager when I used to go to sales teams and say this device can do. It can do anything. It can do so many different things, and the sales guys didn't know how to formulate that into a solution for their customers. But I think if it's specific, it really helps.
I don't disagree with you, but the way that I resolve this is why I'm looking for change agents. Each of my change agents can be specialists in a different area, and they can promote their own messages. I'm not trying to sell direct.
Okay, all right. Does anybody else have any questions for David?
A quick one. So, who would you call your ideal referral partner?
I'm still looking for them.
No, can you kind of define them so that if we come across anyone, we know that that David and this person can really work together?
Yes, that's that's fantastic, and I really welcome such leads. The thing about capturing a business process, it probably takes maybe 2 to 3 weeks, and I can automate it in 1 day. So I'm, in a way, trying to capture work which I will then give out to the change agents. So if I get direct leads in time, I will find a change agent to implement it. If I spent all my time implementing workflows directly, it would, I'd do very few, and I'm after 5.2 million. And I've got a plan in place to scale. So I'm probably not answering your question, but love to hear of people who are stressed, but probably what I would like to do is then refer those to my change agents.
Yes, so what I don't understand is, who are these change agents? Are they coaches? Are they consultants? Who are they? So that.
Okay, brief description. Anybody who works with small businesses can be a change agent. The skills that you need are basically the soft skills on how to capture a process. if you get a group of people and you're used to presenting a group of people and you ask them, how does the company work? First person, we do this, then somebody said, we do that. So it's going to get to the fourth person, no, we don't do that. We do this. The debate then ensues, and which hopefully there is somebody there, the change agent, capturing what they actually do rather than what they think they do. And having captured what they do, within 24 hours, we can get a solution to them that says, okay, guys, you said you do this, here it is. And at that point, they then say, oh, that's into agile development.
So somebody who can work on the soft skill, like accelerating the teams or elevating the growth, combined with your expertise in terms of automating a few processes. Is that correct?
Yes, we provide the change agent with all the tools and training for them to be able to capture the process.
Okay.
I mean, it can simply be drawing it on a whiteboard and photographing it.
Okay.
We're more sophisticated than that.
I'm going to introduce you to one of my friends. Let's see where it goes.
David, when Linda Garcia gets back from holiday, I suggest you have a one-on-one.
Oh, Linda and I are already talking.
Oh, okay, right.
Thank you.
All right. Thanks, David, and thanks.